Hello and welcome to CRB Thailand and this second video in a series about a trip to Lopburi, Thailand made in March of 2025. Lopburi is important for several reasons, and here is its history in brief. On this site, evidence of prehistoric human settlements dating back 3,800 years are found. These agricultural communities later developed into the urban communities that became Lopburi. One of Thailand's oldest cities, Lopburi developed during the Dvaravati period when it was known as Lavo. The Dvaravati period was a civilization that flourished in what is now central Thailand from the 6th to the 11th century, characterized by Mon kingdoms and significant cultural exchange with India. In the 10th to 13th centuries, the Khmer Empire, originating in Cambodia, pre-Sukhothai and Ayutthaya kingdoms, established a major center of Khmer culture and power in the Chao Phraya River basin here in Lopburi. Then, King Narai, the 27th king of the Ayutthaya kingdom from 1656 to 1688, chose this as a simultaneous second capital in 1666 to create a second capital and a strategic alternative to Ayutthaya, which was vulnerable to naval blockades. An incident with the Dutch in 1664 proved Ayutthaya's vulnerability, so King Narai rebuilt Lopburi as a location further inland and inaccessible to large sea vessels. Additionally, the king used the new palace as a hunting retreat, and it became a center for diplomacy and foreign envoys. Unlike Sukhothai and Ayutthaya, where many of the ruins are found grouped in central locations, the ruins in Lopburi are found standing isolated and alone, scattered throughout the city. For this reason, it is easy to avoid package tours and design your own itinerary. Lopburi has Grab motorcycle, so you can go from site to site with relative ease and very inexpensively. In Thailand, Grab and Bolt are online taxi services similar to Uber in the US. The first destination of the day was Prang Sam Yod, number 2 on the map. This was a 60 baht, about $2 Grab motorcycle ride from the MRK resort. There is a 150 baht, about $4.50 combined ticket available that includes here Wat Prasi Ratana Mahatat, visited on the first day, Baan Wichayan, visited later today, and the Kraison Sirahat Palace, visited on the next day of my trip. This will save you 50 baht over the 50 baht per location charge. As well known for its resident monkeys as its looming towers, Prang Sam Yod is one of Lopburi's most famous attractions. The 3 linked towers were built from laterite and sandstone in the 13th century as a Mahayana Buddhist temple. It was converted to Theravada Buddhism by King Narai in the 17th century. 2 ruined, headless Buddha images are inside. The third, more complete Buddha sits photogenically in front of the central tower. As evidenced by the trapping cages here, authorities are implementing a comprehensive management plan that involves the trapping, sterilization, and relocation of the urban monkey population to large, purpose-built holding facilities. Captured monkeys undergo health checks and are sterilized, neutered, to control the population growth. The sterilized monkeys are moved to a large caged shelter facility in the Pao Cao Ton subdistrict, where a new larger facility capable of housing over 3,000 monkeys is under construction. Some may also be released into natural habitats or wildlife rescue centers. These efforts have significantly reduced the number of monkeys roaming the streets and the temple grounds of Lopburi, bringing a sense of calm back to the area for residents, businesses, and visitors. A 26 baht, less than $1, motorcycle ride from Prang Sam Yod brought me to the next destination, Baan Wichayan, or Wichayan House, stop number 3 on the map. This compound served as the residence of foreign ambassadors. It got its present name from the mistaken belief that it was the residence of infamous Greek trader Constantine Palkan, whose official Thai title was Chao Phraya Wichayan, who became a key advisor to the king. Chao Phraya is a title of nobility, translating to noble lord. This is Baan Wichayan, or Wichayan House, Lopburi, Thailand. The entire complex was designed in a mix of French Baroque and Thai styles, built by the order of King Narai in 1685. Today, it consists of brick and mortar ruins with visible foundations, water tanks, and remnants of grand staircases, giving visitors a sense of the original spacious layout. It is one of the combined ticket sites. The compound is a historical site with 3 main areas of ruins. This is the west section. This area contained the residence for the French envoys and later Constantine Balkan's own living quarters, kitchens, and baths. It comprised a grand 2-story building and a long, narrow 1-story building. Here is the central section. This area featured a bell tower and, located behind it, a Roman Catholic church. The church building uniquely blended European architectural design with Thai-style elements, such as the entrance and window facades. Finally, the east section. This part housed another group of large two-story buildings, also in authentic European style, with Renaissance-style windows and archways used for foreign dignitaries. The next site was stop number 4 on the map, Wat Tong Pu. This was a 27 baht grab motorcycle ride from Wichayan House. Just as with most Wats in Thailand, there is no charge for entry here. This is Wat Tong Pu, Lopburi, Thailand. The words Tong Pu refer to a place where soldiers muster for battle, suggesting that King Narai may have kept a garrison in the area here in the 17th century during his reign. It is an active Wat with monks in residence. I began this video on the east end of the property and worked my way west. These relatively small, 5-meter tall chedai are known as Phra Chede Rai and contain the cremated remains of people for whom this Wat was significant. On the other side of this wall to the north is the Tong Pu School. This first building to the left is the Ubasot, or ordination hall, where novice monks take their vows. Note the double Bicema boundary stones, the gold-colored stones on the white pedestals, indicating the royal designation of this Wat. Immediately behind the structure is the Viharn, or sermon hall. Also of note is the bowing in the roof, which is styling typical of the late Ayutthaya period. At the end of this building, off to the left, is a chedai field with one large chedai of significance. Placement cost in a Wat for a Phra Chedai Rai such as these would be around 20,000 Thai baht, or around $600 US. I'm not sure what the monument itself would cost. To the left of the small white shrine here is the museum building with the 2-tiered bowed roof and the lotus windows. Continuing past that, we find this mandap. The mandap is a very small and highly decorated room that may serve as a storeroom for holy objects used in religious ceremonies. This one holds an image of the 29th Buddha, Maitreya, and so is known as Maitreya's Hall. Maitreya is regarded as the next Buddha and the future Buddha in all schools of Buddhism. Note that the walls are covered with murals that are beginning to flake off due to water leaching up from the ground. These require touching up every 20 years or so due to this. Through the trees off to the left, a bell tower can be seen. Then we pass a huge Buddha statue with various Buddha images inside. To the right along here is the hall where funeral ceremonies take place. Along with most historical buildings in Lopburi, Wat Tong Pu was probably built during the reign of King Narai the Great, 1656 through 88. There are a number of historical buildings on site, the most significant being the small viharn that we saw with mural paintings on the interior that depict episodes from the Buddha's past lives, the Jataka tales. The design of the building suggests a Mon or Lao influence, as the assembly hall contains cabinets for the Tripitaka, Buddhist scriptures, and one of the viharn has black gilded doors, which are characteristic of Mon and Lao designs. Here is the crematorium with the tall chimney. And so, we see that this Wat has all the elements of a Thai Buddhist Wat. Viharn, Ubasot with bi-sima boundary stones, Chedai, both large and small, shrine, mandap, and crematorium. Heading from north to south in the city, we head from Wat Tong Pu to Wat San Paolo, stop number 5 on the map, after a stop at Amazon for a lemon tea. This Grab motorcycle ride was a total of 56 baht, less than $2 US. There is no charge for entry here. Wat San Paolo was an astronomical observatory, and in spite of the title Wat, was not Buddhist but Christian, and was not a monastery. It was built to welcome a group of 12 French Jesuit priests who came to Siam in 1685 through 1687 during the reign of King Narai the Great. Astronomy was important to the king at that time, and solar and lunar eclipses were among the events observed from here. The temple's land was granted by the king. Its name, San Paolo, probably derived from Saint Paolo, which is equivalent to Saint Paul in English. This is Wat San Paolo, Lopburi, Thailand. It's 100 degrees out. The evidence found from archaeological research done in 2015 reveals a 3-story octagonal observatory that stands in the west and the foundation of a building that was presumed to be the 2-story priest's residence. The observatory and the residence are linked, and there is an extension from the 2 buildings that encircles the whole area, creating a rectangular ground within. The 2015 excavation revealed that the whole area of the temple was used from the Dvaravati period, 11th to 13th centuries, to the late Ayutthaya period, 18th century. Imagine, as we are standing here on the west end of this structure, a 2-story building extending east from here in a U shape with a flat bottom, with this being the base of the U. The telescopes would have been set up on the roof of the 3-story observatory. Its remains are seen standing here. This would have been among the tallest buildings in Lopburi at the time. The complex was never completed and was abandoned after King Narai was ousted after a coup. Telescopes used here were refracting telescopes, meaning they used lenses to focus light. The observatory, built in 1687, was equipped with several instruments, including a 2.5-inch diameter telescope, 12-foot, 8-foot, and 6-foot long telescopes, and an 18-inch quadrant used for measuring the positions of celestial objects. The 17th century, which is when this observatory was built, began with the invention of the first practical telescopes known as refracting telescopes or refractors. The Galilean telescope, first applied to astronomy by the Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei in 1609, used this design with a convex objective lens and a concave eyepiece lens. It produced an upright image, but had a very narrow field of view. Galilean telescopes originally had only 3 times magnification, but were gradually improved up to 30 times by the end of the 17th century.